Hey guys, me host Superzarl, thank you very much for tuning in. So tonight we're going to the cinema and we've got no idea what film it is we're going to see. Cineworld have actually named it this time, which is pretty cool. Cineworld have called it Secret Screaming. And that's the first time they've done that. Normally they do the unlimited showings or the secret screening showings and they don't actually say if it's a horror film or not. But they're copying the Odeon a little bit and they've actually told us it's going to be a horror film this time. And guess what? Odeon has got a similar showing at 7:45. So I'm guessing both cinemas are probably going to play the same film. Odeon has actually given us some clues as to what film it might be, but I am not very good with clues. First one being sound check. The second clue is inspired by tragedy. And the final clue is victim 4. Can anyone decipher those clues? I've got no clue. If you think you can, let us know in the comments down below. However, I am going to take you guys along with me, and we're going to vlog, and we're going to see exactly what film it is we're going to see tonight. And when I get back, we're actually going to be talking with TripleGcomics, because he's going to the Odeon tonight at 7:45. I'm going to Cineworld at the 7:30 showing, and we're going to see if we see the same film or not, and then we're going to talk about it afterwards. So, stick around, it's going to be a good video, and let's see what we see.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Mate, what on earth did we just watch?
Cack. Utter cack.
So tonight was Cineworld's Secret Screaming, as they call it. At Odeon, it's called Scream Unseen, and it was in a violent nature, which a load of people online are calling artsy and brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you, Sorrel. This is my first experience of an unseen film, and I convinced my daughter to go with us. I was sure I'd convinced myself we were seeing Maxine.
Yeah,
I was quite excited. And then the title screen came up, and I thought, okay, I've heard people say it's good. I've heard people say it's decent. They're mental. I don't know what film they've watched. Because
I was hoping for either Maxine or once we saw that trailer for like that Long Legs, I thought, well, if that comes on, I could deal with that. That looked good. And even Trap, like that looks all right. It's like all the films going out look good, and then I think we just got the short straw.
Well, this is it. There's some real good horrors coming out over the next few weeks. So I was convinced it would be something decent. And I should have, well, when it came up kind of a Shudder or whatever you call it exclusive, I thought, well, you know what? The last movie they put out was really good. I enjoyed, what you call it, the interview with the, I've forgotten the name of the film.
A Late Night with the Devil.
Late Night with the Devil. I thought that was really good. So I thought, oh, you know, this might be. And basically what we've watched is an hour and a half of the back of some bloke's head walking around the woods.
So as soon as I come out of this, my instant thoughts were this was a script that was written for a Friday the 13th film that someone didn't like they wrote it, sent it to the big cinemas and the big wigs at Universal or whatever, and they were like, nope, not in a million years. And then they literally changed the title, the name, and a couple of things in it, and then put it out anyway.
Yeah,
that was a Jason movie.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, even down to the character design.
Yeah, right down to the whole thing of he's got the medallion or whatever it is, that necklace, and it's his mother's, and that's what keeps his soul at rest. That's kind of the Jason thing of the whole mum thing. So it borrowed too much from it.
Yeah, I disappeared there for a second, I think. I mean, I'll go into great detail when myself and James review it over an hour, trying to one good scare. But suffice to say, I thought this was dog crap.
Yeah.
What was the last 20 minutes about?
You should have ended with her getting in the car and that's it. We didn't need this epilogue of driving.
A 15-minute monologue about a bear and our brother, and it went nowhere. Nowhere.
It was pointless. It was like they got the film, went, crap, it's only 60 minutes. We need another half an hour.
Yeah.
Get in the car and just talk.
I mean, the one thing I would say is a positive. There was maybe 2 interesting kills in this.
Yeah.
You know, I had some pretty standard kills.
Inventive.
Yeah, I mean, there's one in particular which was very inventive, which I really quite. But the acting, wow, shocking. Me and you could do this in the woods, mate. We could pop around one of the local woods and we could film this. I'm sure.
If they took away all the trudging of the guys going clump, clump through the woods, that would be like a good 40 minutes of the movie just taken away.
Everybody in this film was deaf and blind. Did you notice? They didn't see him. I mean, he was literally like standing right next to them. And it was like, yeah.
Where the pair drove off on the ATV and that guy's literally stood there and you can hear the clump, clump. And this guy must be deaf as a post. Did not hear him coming, apparently. Walking around the exterior of his house, but no, wouldn't hear him.
Yeah. I mean, like I say, this was my first experience of a secret screening. Yeah. I wouldn't rush back, mind. I would be very nervous of going back to see another.
See, it's been good over the years because I've managed to see like Disney films a month in advance. We've had good comic book movies appear there. I mean, the first Suicide Squad I watched as a Scream Unseen, a secret screening.
Yeah.
So I mean, they have had some good ones, but then this was a stinker. But did you get anyone walking out in yours?
Well, I got lots of laughter, lots of sighs and groans. Every time it cut to the back of his head walking, people kind of just burst out laughing because it was like, Jesus, we're getting another 5 minutes of him just trudging, you know. So there was lots of movement, but I'm not sure if anybody left, you know. Did you get people walking?
Yeah, so it was the kill where, you know, they've got the girl and he ripped her head through her body.
Yeah.
That ridiculously overly graphic kill. So, and the camera doesn't cut away at any point. And literally, so he kills her, and a couple of people were like, yeah, I've had enough of this, and walked out. Then you got the ridiculous ripping her head through the body bit, and a load more people stood up and walked out. Then my favourite bit was then he then she landed on the floor over and he walked away, and we got another 5 minutes of him trudging, and this little old woman stood up, and she was a little old granny on her own, stood up and shook her head at the screen and then slowly walked out with a walking stick. And you couldn't have timed anything because it was silent in the cinema because this film has no music. So all you hear is the trudging. So it was silence. You could hear people. And you saw her sort of go, no. Walk up, and you could hear the walking stick clump, clump.
Just horrendous.
Oh, mate. What was that?
Yeah, I mean, I had a quick look before we came on here to see some of the reviews, and people are giving this like 8 out of 10. And I'm like, I
couldn't give it a 2 out of 10.
No, I just don't get it. Not a one I would recommend people rush out to watch.
No. But yeah, you're going to be doing a full review with James, I'm guessing, over on One Good Scare.
Well, we are. So we review all the latest horrors. Now, I have already messaged James and said, don't say this. Don't go and see this cack. But I suspect, James being James, he will want to see it. So if he does, we will absolutely be doing a full spoiler-filled review over on One Good Scare. Yeah. I don't really want to talk about it anymore. I'm stressing the point here, and I'm scared to swear on your channel, so I'm using the cack word. It is like utter cack. One of the worst horrors I've seen in a long time. Yeah. Maybe it's just because I'm disappointed. Do you know what I mean? I went in hyped for Maxine.
Well, because of what we do on YouTube, I'm sure you were the same as me. I kind of I was a bit disappointed. Like, oh, it's not Maxine, but you know what? I've heard it's good. I've heard good things. I'm like, you know what? I'll sit through it so I can talk about it afterwards. I knew we were doing this, so I'll be interested to see it now. Yeah. But then, after about 20-30 minutes of him just walking through the woods, I'm like, this is really just going to be like this the whole way through.
And it's really interesting because I'm going to insult you. Your horror tastes are perhaps a little bit more relaxed than mine. Do you know what I mean? You like some interesting stuff.
Yeah.
But even you don't like this. Do you know what I mean?
No, even I'm like, no, this is weird.
Yeah.
Like I say, it was a Jason fanfic that went really badly wrong.
Yeah.
I felt like some kid wrote it for a GCSE. That's how I feel.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah. One to miss.
Mate. Thank you very much for coming on, though. And everyone, please do go give our good friend Peter here a follow at One Good Scare, and also at what's your handle for you? Comics. Just TripleGcomics. I can never remember if you have any numbers on it. Yeah. TripleGcomics. Go give him a follow as well.
Thanks very much, mate.
No worries, man.
I'll be back. I always come back.